that's a top 3 duo in basketball. But furthermore, Kevin Durant be hurt. He be hurt. Since he got to Brooklyn, he got to Brooklyn hurt, and more than anything, he's been hurt since. So if you were trading for a 25-year-old KD, I fully understand that. I wouldn't disagree with that at all. That would be the most brilliant take you could have. But to try to acquire a 33-year-old KD, a 34-year-old KD, when you have Jaylen Brown and Jayson Tatum playing one of the best dynamic duos of basketball that we've seen right now, I wouldn't want to break that up. Explain to me why you would.
Why are you talking about his age?
It matters.
Why? Because he ain't slowing down. You know he averages 30 right now. Listen.
When he's out there.
Kevin Durant, this is a real question.
It's a real question.
Jaylen Brown, I love his game. I'm going to be honest. I remember way back when he was a young rookie, and he was actually guarding LeBron. I was like, yo, look at this young kid. He was getting scored on, but he kept answering, kept fighting. And then I watched his career go on. He's doing very, very well. Kevin Durant's a different story. We won't see another Kevin Durant for another 30 years. I'm being serious. He do everything. Yesterday, off TV.
Yep, off mic.
Off mic. When we were in the dressing room talking, I said, man, we was talking about...
Wait, pause. You know you have to ask for permission to have dressing room conversations on TV.
I don't know.
Joy, I thought you told Shady about this. You can't just start saying the private conversations all willy-nilly.
Yeah, but we be bringing Speak After Dark on the set a lot.
More and more recently.
Okay.
I'm in favor of it.
So he can...
Yeah.
All right, so...
It's a fun conversation.
Steph Curry is my favorite basketball player. And he played with Kevin Durant. I was like, man, just thinking about it. I was like, what can Steph Curry do that Kevin Durant can't do? Right? He's 7 foot. He can do everything Steph can do. Last year, they were a great tandem. Brown and Tatum.
Yep.
They didn't win anything. They lost.
They got there, though. They got there.
They didn't win anything. If Kevin Durant's there, the Warriors know what would happen. They got lost.
Kevin Durant was on the Nets and lost to the Celtics.
Yeah, listen.
Talking about.
I mean, no, I'm talking about Kevin Durant on that team with the Celtics. If I sit here and name all the freaking players on the Nets, come on, and Kyrie Irving wasn't eating, and he was half in and out. Like it was a bad mix. If you put Kevin Durant with the Celtics, that team is spread out. They all can shoot from the 1 to the 5. Think about that though. Everybody's spread out. So now it's Kevin Durant 1-on-1. Can't double Tatum. And to be honest, like any team that KD goes to, he's probably the best player.
But here's the other question, Joy. Here's my thought is, I love that you say that. My thought is, do you need that? If you're the Celtics...
You did lose last year, so you do need it.
If you're the Celtics and you went to the NBA Finals last year and you got Warriors, it happens. It happens to a lot of people.
You got smoked.
Sure.
You were a favorite, too. I want you to forget that.
I won't.
Okay.
Just remember the Celtics smoked the Nets. Smoked. They got smoked. They got smoked. So I won't forget that. Just remember they smoked the Nets. If you do acquire Kevin Durant, then you might dim the light on Jayson Tatum. That's another thought I had, but I'm interested in your thoughts. Would you break up the duo for KD?
They are the highest scoring duo in the NBA this season. They were in the finals last year. They added Malcolm Brogdon, who is the odds-on favorite to win Sixth Man of the Year. In order to break this up, in order to acquire a Kevin Durant, you will have to do better than a Rudy Gobert trade because he's better than Rudy Gobert. And they gave up 5 players and 5 picks. So whoever's trading for Kevin Durant is blowing it up. And that ain't the Celtics. It's just not how they do business, and there is no reason to. If you could just put him in the lineup, yeah, I love that for the Celtics. But that's just not how this would work. And part of the reason why the Celtics are the #1 seed in the East is because they are a complete team. Having an extremely top-heavy team can get you to the postseason. It's not going to win you a championship. You have to have depth. You have to have defense. You have to be able to give your stars rest. We see this all the time. It's part of the reason why Kyrie is in Dallas right now, because they're a top-heavy team, all with Luka. And Luka is great, but he can only be so great by himself because this is a team game. So there's no reason for them to break this up. Now, after this year, if they make another run and they still can't get it done, then I think you start to have the conversation of what it looks like moving forward. But the way that they're playing this season, after going into the season not knowing what to expect, having a new coach, running it back after a disappointing finals run, they've been incredible. So I don't see even logistically how you break them up, considering what you would have to do if KD even wants to leave Brooklyn and if Brooklyn is even willing to do that. Because keep in mind, that's Brooklyn's competition. So if they're going to make a trade with them, they're going to wax them. And there's no way that the Celtics are going to do that.
This reminds me of that meme you see on Twitter where it's like, you can have a speedboat or the mystery box. And they're like, well, give me the mystery box. It could be anything. It could even be a boat. You already of the boat. They're the best team in basketball. They have the best record. They went to the finals last year. Like, yeah, I mean, yeah, you got to get over the hump. Good thing you have two of the brightest stars in the NBA, both of whom are younger than 26. Like, they're not even in their basketball sports playing prime. And you want to blow that up because you lost in the finals last year? And I agree with you. Kevin Durant is still playing at a very high level. I assume that he will for a while longer, but still closer to retirement than the beginning of his career. Like, these are three players that are in completely different spheres, stages of their career. I really like what you just said. If this plays out again, if you're the 1 seed and you go all the way through the playoffs and you're still not good enough to get over the hump, that's the type of thing that could inspire you to do something bold like this. But right now, you're already the best team in the league. You already know you can get through the East with basically this team. Why would you want to blow that up? And then, again, keep in mind, not just will you have less depth, but it still takes time to figure out minutes, rotation, who plays best with who. Even the Heatles needed a year to sort of get all that stuff sorted out. Like, it's not as easy as just saying, Kevin Durant, get out there and we're going to win every game. So you would be willfully blowing up a good thing for a thing that might not be good. Like, why? Why are we doing this?
If you're giving Jaylen Brown up, that's a big piece. Like, that, he could start his own franchise. I mean, with the certain players around him. So I don't think you have to give everything to the Nets. And I feel like KD, they know he want to leave, right? And then the basketball players, they control a lot of power. I'm hurt. What's the injuries? Something. I can't play. We see it all the time. So it's like, let's get something for him. I think Jaylen Brown, like, that'll be probably the best player that's been traded since. Yeah. But Kyrie and probably him. So it could happen. And then the last part, I disagree with you on the age. I think that they could figure a way to trade. But then, like KD, he gonna be playing. He like 40-something. His skill set, there's no one else in the NFL, NBA like that.
I hear you.
Not even close. He's 7 foot, can dribble, can shoot like Steph Curry. Not like, you know.
But yeah,
come on.
It all kicks off Super Bowl Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern on Fox.
Subscribe here to get the latest from Speak and go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.